फ्यूचर इंग्लिश रीडिंग में आपका स्वागत है। आज हम लोग बिहार बोर्ड क्लास 7 लेसन का नाम है 3 क्वेश्चन। लेसन नंबर 1 है। इस लेसन के अंतर्गत अंग्रेजी के शब्दों को हम हिंदी में हूबहू पढ़ेंगे। जिसके अंतर्गत पेज नंबर 10, 11, 12 का आज हम लोग रीडिंग करेंगे। पेज नंबर 10। When the king had dug 2 beds, he stopped and repeated his questions. The hermit gave no answer but stood up, stretching out his hand for the spade, and said, "Now you rest and let me work." But the king did not give him the spade and continued to dig. 1 hour passed, then another. The sun bent down behind the trees, and at last the king stuck the spade into the ground and said, "I came to you, wise man." For an answer to my questions. If you can give me no answer, tell me so, and I will return home. Here comes someone returning, said the hermit. The king turned round and saw a bearded man running towards them. His hands were pressed against his stomach, from which blood was flowing. When he reached the king, he fainted and fell to the ground. The king and the hermit. इसी के साथ पेज नंबर 10 का रीडिंग समाप्त हुआ। अब हम लोग पेज नंबर 11 का रीडिंग करेंगे। Removed the man's clothing and found a large wound in his stomach. The king washed and covered it with his handkerchief, but the blood would not stop flowing. The king redressed the wound until at last the bleeding stopped. The man felt better and asked for something to drink. The king brought fresh water and gave it to him. By this time the sun had set and the air was cool. The king, with the hermit's help, carried the wounded man, closed his eyes, and lay quiet. The king, tired by his walk and the work he had done, lay down on the floor and slept through the night. When he awoke, it was several minutes before he could remember. इसी के साथ पेज नंबर 11 का रीडिंग समाप्त हुआ। अब हम लोग पेज नंबर 12 का रीडिंग करेंगे। Where he was, or who the strange bearded man lying on the bed was. "Forgive me," said the bearded man in a weak voice, when he saw that the king was awake. "I do not know you and have nothing to forgive you for," said the king. "You do not know me, but I know you. I am that enemy of yours who swore revenge on you because you put my brother to death and seized my property. I knew you gone alone to see that hermit, and I made up my mind to kill you on your way home, but the day passed and you did not return. So I left my hiding palace and I came upon your bodyguard who recognized me and wounded me. I escaped from him, but I should have died if you had not dressed my wounds. I wished to kill you, and you have saved my life now. If I live, I will serve you as your most faithful servant and will order my sons to do the same. Forgive me. The king was very happy to have made peace with his enemy so easily and to have won him over as a friend. He not only forgive him but said he would send his send his servants and his own doctor to look after him, and he promised to give back the man his property, leaving the wounded man. The king went out of the hut and looked round for the hermit before going away. He wished once more to get answers to his questions. The hermit was on his knees sowing seeds in the beds that had went up to the hermit and said, "For the last time, I beg you to answer my question, wise man. इसी के साथ पेज नंबर 12 का रीडिंग समाप्त हुआ। अगर वीडियो आपको अच्छा लगा तो लाइक सब्सक्राइब करें और दूसरे अन्य विद्यार्थी को भी बताएं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।